Hey guys, it's the 16th of May today, and I wanted to give you guys a quick update on what's going on with Solana. It's had a beautiful run up today at 25%, and I think it's a great opportunity to have a quick talk with you guys about long term, short term, and what do you do in this scenario? I think for a lot of new traders, the question when do you take profits comes up, and that's not as easily answered as you might think. You know, greed plays a role, and when is wisdom? When do you sell? So let me start by saying if you have a long term position in Solana, I do. And I also want to start by saying this is not investment advice, so take this with a grain of salt, um, just for informational purposes only. But as a learning experience, if you have a long term position in something, you can, if you see it run up very fast in the short term, trade a bit away with the intention of buying back in later. But you do stand the risk of missing the train there. And that's personally why when I have a position in something long term, I don't get off and on the train because I don't want to see that train drive away. I'd rather just maintain my position if I have a fundamental reason why I'm in it. And I'm just going to let it ride to whatever, whenever I think is a more appropriate moment to review. So for a long-term position, I don't play around with that. I do have a trading position sometimes in my long-term positions, which means I have some space to play around with. That's the case for Solana. I have some money in Solana that I want to trade with. So I look for these big run-ups, and then you start questioning yourself, okay, now it's ran up. Is it going to stay up? Is what's going to happen here? I think the first thing to learn is that you don't want to sell while stock or an asset is running. So while it's doing this run up, I don't recommend selling. And we can see right here, it's still right in that process of running up. It's wicked up here. It's come back down a little bit, but we're still seeing where it's headed. So first of all, don't sell something while it's running. Second, and then by the way, that goes the same for something that's falling. You don't want to sell something while it's falling. You don't want to buy something when it's falling. It's if it's a falling knife, you don't want to try to catch it. Same goes for the other way around. If it's running, you don't want to sell it. So let it run, see where it lands first, and when you start seeing a red candle, preferably on the 4-hour, in my opinion, and there's more ways to look at this, but I'm looking at the 4-hour. When you start seeing 1 or 2 red candles, so you start to confirm a bit of a downtrend or a retrace to a certain level that you expect, and this is feel as much as it is science, at least in my opinion. I think you can do some TA, but mostly it's just feel. I have a decent feel for the trading range in Solana right now. When you see that red candle on that retracement, that's where you want to sell a little bit, you know, maybe 25 or 50% of that trade position, and mark a new target for yourself, set a few alerts, and then buy back in where you think it's appropriate. So that's my short update for today on Solana. I wish you guys all the best if you're trading crypto today. I see altcoins are doing great, and I think there's some fun to be had there and some profitable trades to be found. Long term, I think Solana is going to get a lot more traction as soon as it kind of breaks out of that degen state where we're seeing a lot of people who are well aware and well familiar with the crypto sphere play around with Solana. When that breaks out outside of it, we're going to see it more active in modern fintech outside of the crypto space, and when people outside the crypto space learn about the asset, I think that's when we're going to see a run up to $100 very, very quickly. I see that in its near future. There's a few more hurdles to cross, and I'm sure we'll have the video on that soon. So thank you guys for watching, and make sure to join Stockpocalypse. It's our community where we teach young investors, people our age, all about how to look at assets, how to think about stocks, how to work with crypto, and we do it all for free. Our purpose is to give you the tools that you would need as a young person or as an older person, but we mostly aim towards the younger crowd. I'm talking 25, 30, 35 years old, and how to invest your money or how to trade with your money if you'd like to do that. We have common wisdoms there. We have learning assets, and we point you to just very sober assets and sober people that just give you their opinions about things and their ways of doing things, and letting you make the decision on how to work with that. We don't sell any trading methods. We don't have any alerts. We don't do any of that crap. What we do is we give sound learning experiences and sound wisdoms that have worked throughout the years, and we let you decide with that information what you do with that information. Anyways, love to see you guys on Stockpocalypse. You can find a link in the description, and I'll see you guys soon with another update.